I don't know. I'm not sure we did the right thing.
Kitty.
I mean, look, it's one thing to warn Tom to keep Alec away from Jamal, and something else entirely not to tell him the real reason why.
Well, we had to do something. If Jamal keeps hanging out with Alec, the kid could tip him at any time, and then what? Huh? Disaster? Mayhem? 6.8 on the mayhem scale. Speaking of which, where's the cat? Comet. Puss.
What if we tip Tom? What if he figures out there's more to this story than we told him?
How? How could Tom possibly figure out that Alec the Sleaze McIntyre is Jamal's father?
Oh, I'm sure in their tiny little minds, Charlie and Haley figured that I would treat Jamal the same way I treated Janine. If that's what you're worried about...
Janine? Who's Janine?
Janine was a girl that I was involved with a long time ago. An African-American girl. Oh, please, don't give me that look. Yes, I dumped her. That doesn't mean I'm a racist pig. Although I'm sure that Haley and her little detective pal told you I am.
Look, Charlie and Haley didn't exactly sing your praises, Alec, but they never accused you of being prejudiced. But when did you know this Janine?
It was a long time ago. High school. I haven't seen Janine in... gotta be almost 13 years.
May Almighty God, with his word of blessing, unite your hearts in the never-ending bond of pure love.
Amen. Amen.
Is this it? This is the part where you say you may now kiss the bride?
This is it.
Look where he used to sit. It's empty.
Yes, dear.
Oh, it is so wonderful to know that I don't have to come into this courtroom and see his ugly face again, ever. Mother, never again do I have to look at him.
Honey, you seem like a different person, really.
Well, I feel like a different person. I mean, everything's going to be perfect from now on. I do believe that I'm going to be found not guilty. I don't believe that I'm going to prison. And I believe that once Kendall takes that stand and admits she's been lying and pushed me over the edge, that the jury will let me off.
Why isn't Kendall here? Where is she?
Well, she will be here, Mother, really. I took care of it. Now, don't you look worried, because I'm not. Smile, Mother. This is our day in court. Well, this is a fine thing when the client's here before the lawyers. Where's Livia?
Well, we've got a little bit of a problem. Livia had a bit of an accident at home. She fell down the stairs, threw her back out. She's all right, thank God, but she's in the hospital.
She's going to be out of the hospital in 5 or 10 minutes?
No, she's not.
Well, Jack, if Livia's in the hospital and you are suspended, then who's going to be my lawyer? Oh, no. No.
All My Children, brought to you by the new 18-hour comfort strap bra from Playtex. Lingerie for real life.
This is the big league. I am on trial here. I am facing a possible prison term. Now, certainly I can't afford to be represented by a lawyer who passed the bar by sending in box tops.
Yeah, wait. Let me talk to our client alone for just a minute. Excuse us.
Of course I am sorry for hurting Trevor's feelings, but he may not represent me.
Will you listen to me, please?
No, I will not listen to you, not now. Jack, why can't you be my lawyer? You never fall down. It's just not fair. And my goodness, you messed up your entire life for that woman. You never gave a thought to me. Now, why can't it ever be my turn?
Listen to me, please?
No, I will not. Will you please tell me why Livia, with so many responsibilities as a lawyer, is careless enough to fall down a flight of stairs?
Erica, shut up and listen. Everything is going to be all right. Now, when this court reconvenes, Trevor is simply going to ask the judge for a continuance, okay? He'll just postpone the trial until Livia is back on her feet.
A continuance?
That's right.
Are you sure we're going to get this continuance?
Well, that's up to the judge, but normally in a case like this, it's almost guaranteed. Okay, just leave it to Trevor. There's no need to worry, really. Okay?
All rise. Court is now in session. The People versus Erica Kane. Judge Robert Kessler presiding.
Please be seated.
You get me that continuance. You understand me? Do not let me down. Do you understand?
Yes, boss. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Tanner, are you ready to proceed with your cross-examination of Miss Kane?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
Yo, Judge, just a minute here. Yeah, I just need a little second. Let's not get rolling until you hear what I got to say.
Defense co-counsel has something to say, Mr. Dillon.
Yeah. Yes, Your Honor. We got a little problem here. My co-counsel, Olivia, Miss Fry, had a little accident at home, and she fell down and she hurt her back, and she went to the hospital. It's not broken. She's going to be okay. But she's not going to be back for a while, so we got to hold the trial until... Yeah, hold the trial until...
May I assume that co-counsel for the defense is attempting to request a continuance?
Yeah, that's the ticket. The defense requests a continuance.
For how long?
Well, according to the docs, she'll be up to par in about 2 weeks.
Well, excuse me, Your Honor, but any long delays would seriously jeopardize the state's case.
Not to mention play havoc with my schedule and the jury's. They've already been extremely patient, Mr. Dillon.
Judge, we're just talking 2 weeks here.
This case needs to move to closing arguments by next week.
Well, Olivia won't be ready to come back to court next week. Me? You want me to do closing arguments?
Mr. Dillon, are you implying that you're not qualified to serve as co-counsel? And if you are, please inform this court why you're listed as...
No, Your Honor, I'm qualified.
Very well. Then, with all best wishes for a speedy recovery to Miss Fry, continuance denied. This trial will continue. Mr. Tanner, you ready to start your cross-examination?
Well, I am more than ready, Your Honor.
Please take the stand, Miss Kane. Remember, you are still under oath.
Tom, I'm actually kind of busy, unless there was something else that you wanted to say.
Did you happen to mention Janine to Jamal?
Yes, Tom. I always tell 12-year-old boys about how rotten I am to girls in high school.
Jamal's mother, Janine, gave birth when she was only 18. The baby's father was white, but Janine never told us who he was. I don't think she ever told him she was pregnant.
Tom, I was being sarcastic. I don't like to talk about my private life with anyone, least of all children that I barely know.
Oh, no, I just wasn't sure how Jamal might react to a story like that. I mean, he's unpredictable sometimes.
Well, you don't need to worry about it, because it's not something that I feel the need to brag about. I was a jerk to a nice girl a long time ago. Although, I gotta tell you, I am surprised that Haley and Charlie left it out while they were telling you not to let me corrupt your son.
Whatever happened to her? The girl, do you know?
The last time anybody heard, she was living in a housing project in Center City. End of story.
When Jamal was born, Janine was living in Center City.
Tom, you want to tell me why you're so curious about all this?
And may Almighty God bless you all.
Go forth in peace to love and serve the Lord.
Mr. and Mrs. Edmund Gray.
Let's go, driver.
Tom and Livia deserve to adopt Jamal, okay? And they can't do that if they have Alec in the way, screwing it up.
Nobody would make better parents. I mean, Tom and Livia are the salt of the earth. They're good, decent people.
Exactly. And Alec eats good, decent people for breakfast. He does it like just for fun, sort of like a power trip.
Could be, but is it our call?
Okay. If Alec were a human being and not of some other species, I'd say maybe we have an ethical responsibility to spill what we know. But he is not. He is a shark. He is a cold-blooded shark who eats his own. Therefore, Charlie, all ethical bets are off.
I didn't mean to pry into your private life. Look, I gotta go. Jamal's down in the car.
Listen, tell him I said thanks for the effort, but I gotta tell you, he's slowed me down enough already, okay? So, listen, he returned the watch. You know, we're square.
Well, I'm sorry if trying to teach him anything was an inconvenience.
Oh, no, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it that way. I really didn't. He's a good kid. He is. You know, he's curious. He doesn't take anything off of anybody. And in my book, those are very good qualities. I think he'll go far.
Well, I'll give him your message.
And do me a favor, while you're at it, give Charlie and Haley a message for me. Tell them that they didn't have to worry. You know, I'm not the demon that they seem to think I am. I wasn't going to do anything to hurt Jamal.
Well, we won't bother you in the future. Thanks.
Oh, everybody, here they come. Oh.
Seen nothing yet.
It's your sister's way, okay?
Can't you ever forgive me, please? Hey, Gloria.
Elsa.
Ted, okay? He's a regular friend of Ted.
Yeah, come on, I promise, and we'll step on your feet.
Oh, no, thanks. It was just a mistake to come here.
Oh, it wasn't, sweetheart. Come on, just one dance. It won't kill you. Come on.
Thanks. I'm watching Edmund and Maria, and they seem so happy. All I could think about is Adam and me, and then all the dreams that we shared. You'll excuse me.
Gloria, wait.
Dimitri, I have to leave. I'm sorry.
The reception's just started.
I know, but I just heard the news in the car. Kendall is in town. She hasn't left. She's testifying in court today. Now.
Look, before you race off, let me give you a little advice.
No advice.
Look, you're going to listen to this whether you like it or not. Now, if you get back with Kendall, you're going to be sorry. Don't let her suck you into her life again, Anton. Learn from your mistakes. Now, stay here and enjoy Edmund's wedding.
You can live like that, turning your back on people, but not me. No thanks.
That was Anton? Sweet little Anton we used to push in a baby carriage in Budapest?
He's all grown up now, or he thinks he is anyway.
He's an attractive young man.
Who has all the answers. Let's wait till he learns there are no answers.
I'm sorry, Dimitri.
What? What for?
Well, for you and for Erica.
You stated in direct testimony that you were not aware of where you were or whom you were with the morning that you stabbed your husband, Dimitri Marek. Is that right?
Yes. I did not see Dimitri. I saw Richard Fields.
You were not of sound mind.
No, I was not.
Is there anyone who can corroborate this?
Well, I believe my husband, Dimitri Marek, has already corroborated that in cross-examination.
He said that you had a strange look in your eye. That from the moment you lifted your arm and plunged a 6-inch letter opener into his chest, you were not the same woman he married.
My point exactly.
Miss Kane, during the course of your relationship with Mr. Marek, would you say that he was always a reliable judge of your mental condition?
Yes, absolutely.
And yet from December of 1992 to February of 1993, you successfully convinced him that you had amnesia, did you not?
Whoa, what has that got to do with the price of eggs here? You can't get away with that.
Your Honor, I think that what defense is fumbling about trying to say is that this line of questioning is irrelevant, but I assure you I will make the relevance clear shortly.
Overruled.
Miss Kane, did you suffer from the mental disease known as amnesia from December of 1992 to February of 1993?
Not for the entire time.
And yet you were able to fake the condition well enough to fool your husband-to-be, your mother, and even your psychiatrist, Dr. Gould, who already testified.
This is extremely complicated. Many terrible things happened to me when I was in Hungary. And my husband, Dimitri, was not exactly honest, and I wanted him to understand exactly what he had done to me.
Well, he had put you through terrible things.
Yes.
You were angry.
Yes.
So to get even, you feigned mental disturbance. Is this a trick that you played often on your husbands to get revenge?
Your Honor, I object.
I withdraw the question, Your Honor. Miss Kane, how many times have you been married?
8, but some I married twice.
8 is a lot of husbands.
I've had 6 husbands.
Why do you think so many of them bailed out on you?
Now, that's totally irrelevant. I object. Objection.
Sustained. Confine your questions to the marriage of Ms. Kane and Mr. Marek.
Yes, Your Honor. Well, let's turn our attention to that, shall we? Your most recent marriage. Was it a happy one?
Yes, it was. Dimitri and I were extremely happy. We happened to be surrounded by problems.
Well, if you were so happy, why did you move out?
That's complicated.
Miss Kane, hasn't it already been established that you moved out of Wild Wind because you were jealous of Mr. Marek's relationship with your daughter, Kendall Hart?
No, Mr. Tanner. I was never jealous of Kendall.
Miss Kane, did you or did you not abandon the marital residence that you shared with Dimitri Marek because of Miss Hart?
Yes, I did.
Tom!
Charlie?
Come on in. Where's Jamal?
I picked him up from Alec and I dropped him off at home.
Nice timing. Want some popcorn?
No, thanks. Look, I need a straight answer. You warned me about Alec. Did you leave anything out?
Like what?
Is Alec Jamal's father? That's what you think, isn't it? That's why you warned me.
Angelique, only a woman like you could express sympathy for her ex-husband and the woman who broke up their marriage.
Dimitri, I'm still not Erica's biggest fan, but I do feel badly for her and for you.
You know, that cold Vermont weather agrees with you.
I'm not sure it's just the weather. I've done a lot of thinking in Vermont, a lot of searching, and I'm really happy to have this opportunity to say this to you face to face. Dimitri, what we had was truly wonderful. We loved each other fiercely like only children could. But we weren't right for each other. Not the way you and Erica are.
Have you met someone? In Vermont?
Well, they do have men there, too. It's not just ski slopes and maple syrup.
Angelique, I'm happy for you. You deserve to find the right man and live happily ever after. For me...
Dimitri, some people are meant for each other. And I'm afraid Erica is meant for you.
I'm sure she'd love to hear you say that.
Well, I don't care if she does, as long as you do. Edmund told me that you've been brooding. Please don't. Please don't go back to that ivory tower at Wildwood and give up on love.
Excuse me. Dimitri, the caterer says it's time for the toasts.
Oh, then it's time. Excuse us, duty calls. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Yes. Thank you very much. We are here today to celebrate the marriage of Edmund and Maria. As Edmund's brother and best man, I would like to propose a toast to my new sister-in-law. The best live-in doctor Wildwood has ever had. Maria, welcome to the family. To the bride. To the bride.
I would also like to propose a toast to Edmund and Maria. May you always forgive each other, no matter how bad you screw up.
To Edmund and Maria.
And now it's my turn. To the groom, to Edmund. Oh, my dear, I love you as if you were my own son. And to your beautiful bride, Maria, long life and happiness.
Nice.
Here. Please don't stay mad at me.
I can't seem to for very long.
Good. Because I was dumb. I was dumb to be jealous of Taylor, and I'm sorry. I promise I will never, ever do anything like that again.
Good. But I think that there's something that you should get used to. I mean, I have women friends, and I have them in my life, and I'm not going to get rid of any. So just don't throw a fit if you find me with one.
Okay. I'm going to behave myself from now on. Cross my heart. I promise I will never be jealous again. You do believe me, don't you?
If you say so.
Believe me. It means so much to me, Terrence. I'd die if I ever lost you.
Hey, listen. Forgive me. I have to leave early. There's someplace I have to go. I'll tell you about it later, all right? You guys were great.
Isn't it true that your anger increased when after moving out you discovered that your daughter was still living at Wildwood?
I didn't like that situation, no.
And didn't your anger escalate even further when you went to the hunting lodge the night before and found your husband there alone with your daughter?
I wasn't angry then. I was frightened.
Of the fact that he preferred your daughter's company to yours?
That isn't what happened, Mr. Tanner.
Miss Kane, don't you find it odd that your view of anything that happened is always vastly different from everyone else's? No one else heard Miss Hart claim that she had been raped by Dimitri Merrick, but you. No one else who observed you that morning thought that you were out of your mind. In fact, you were able to drive your daughter to the hospital, converse intelligently with Dr. Joseph Martin and several nurses. Isn't that right?
That was before I knew.
Knew what?
I was sure at that point that Kendall was lying. I didn't know until I had gone to the hospital that she really had had sex.
Well, what difference would that make? She had sex with a boyfriend.
She didn't say she had sex with a boyfriend, Mr. Tanner. She said that Dimitri had raped her.
And yet Miss Hart testified under oath that she never made a statement. Nor did she mention rape to anyone else, including Dr. Martin, the medical staff, or the police officer who questioned her at the hospital. In fact, she denied it.
Well, people say many things for many different reasons, Mr. Tanner.
Obviously. Do you remember leaving the hospital and driving to the hunting lodge at Wildwind, arguing with your husband?
Yes.
Now, at what point exactly did you lose track of where you were and with whom?
I have already testified about this, that it was something Dimitri said. I realize now that probably Dimitri didn't know what I was asking, and he said that whatever had happened to Kendall, that she had asked for it.
Isn't it possible that Mr. Merrick didn't understand what you were saying because you were speaking at cross purposes?
Yes.
In other words, Dimitri Merrick failed to convince you that he did not have sex with your daughter, consensual or otherwise, because you had already made up your mind. By your own admission, you were angry. Only this time, instead of faking amnesia, you picked up a letter opener and plunged it into his chest.
Objection! Tanner's not letting her get a word in edgewise. He's answering his own questions.
The prosecution will please refrain from badgering the witness.
Yeah, that's better.
Your Honor, I have already testified to the fact that I did not see Dimitri standing in front of me. I really did think it was the man who raped me when I was 14. And I really did think that I was defending myself against him.
Oh, the rationale is clever, Miss Kane. Just a new twist in an old story. Only this time you saved the memory problem for later.
Give me a break, Your Honor.
Save the conclusions for later, Mr. Tanner.
Yes, Your Honor, I have no further questions for Miss Kane.
You may step down. Mr. Dillon, your co-counsel, Miss Fry, notified the court earlier today that the defense has one more witness to call. Do you wish to do so?
Yeah. But, Your Honor, the defense requests a 15-minute recess so I can get my act together. I mean, I'm organized and everything. I just would like a little time.
Very well. This court is recessed for 15 minutes.
Come on, I have to talk to you.
All rise.
Tamara was tough. But you were tougher. Believe me, it's going well.
Jack, you have exactly 15 minutes to turn Trevor into a lawyer, or I'm going to go to prison for murdering an entire law firm.
After you left, I searched everywhere. I even went to the Pine Cone. I was afraid you left town.
I tried to. I booked a flight to Australia, and I would have been on it, but I just couldn't do it. Don't pretend that you care.
I do care, Kendall. I care a lot.
I decided that you were right. I'm gonna testify for the defense. I have to. It's either that or spend the rest of my life running away.
You gonna tell the truth?
Yeah, all of it.
Good. Where'd you go last night?
Some place that I should have gone from day one. To my mother's. Erica was suspicious at first. But we talked about everything, and she was wonderful.
She forgave you?
I know, I didn't believe it either at first, but she did. And I'm so glad that I can tell my side to the judge and the jury. I hope I can begin to make up for some of the things that I did. And Erica said that if Tanner charges me with perjury, that she'll help me.
That's great. Kendall, you did the right thing. Now everything's going to work out. And when it does, you and I have a lot to talk about.
Miss Hart, why the hell are you testifying for the defense?
I was just telling Anton, Mr. Tanner, that I have some new information, and everything looks different to me now.
Well, I don't care how everything looks. What are you going to say on the witness stand?
That I lied. I did tell Erica that Dimitri raped me.
You lied.
Yes, I did.
You lied to me, my staff, the police, the judge, the jury. You lied? Let me tell you something. If you trumped up this whole thing to settle some kind of personal score with your mother, I will make you pay.
I thought your job was to see justice done, not to make people pay.
I thought I was doing the right thing at the time, Mr. Tanner.
The right thing? You would know the right thing if you tripped over it, but you will. When I bring you up in criminal charges, you will know right from wrong. That I promise you.
Don't worry about him. He's a jerk.
I can't do this.
No, wait, Kendall.
Wait, he said criminal charges.
No, you have to start believing in people now.
That means jail.
Kendall, you have to trust Erica not to let that happen. Believe in her. She's your mother.
Is that what you offered her? Protection?
Well, I don't know. I guess
Honey,
that's what
you don't have the power.
Well, who cares, Mother? I crossed my fingers. As soon as she gets off that stand, she's going to find out.
You won't help her?
Not on her life, Mother. No. That little witch is on her own.
Well, I can't blame you. After all she's done to you, she deserves to have the book thrown at her.
After all she's done to me and Bianca and Dimitri.
Look, when you get Kendall on that stand, you ask her these questions in this order, all right? Just think of it as a script.
Scripts give me hives. Why don't you just write it on my cup?
No, just get used to it, because the stakes are too high here. Now, you study this. I'm going to call Olivia, see if she has anything to add. You just study this till you know it, all right? I'll be right back.
He thinks I'm going to blow it. I've drilled, what, suspects a million times. I know how to get Kendall to say what she needs to say. I'm no dummy.
So what's the problem?
The problem is all I've learned is the law. You also got to learn procedure. You got to sit in a courtroom and watch. And I've been observing, what, 3 weeks, and now I got to get testimony of the state's key witness.
You've had a lot more than 3 weeks experience observing in a courtroom. You're a cop. You've been here a million times. You know what goes on here.
So who was listening? I don't talk like no lawyer. Tan is laughing at me. The judge thinks I'm a moron. And Jack, he...
Well, you're not a moron. Listen, my advice to you is to calm down a little bit and play the part. You know, say things like, if it pleased the court, instead of yo judge.
All rise.
It's showtime.
Leave me alone. Look, why are you here?
I live here. You've been crying. Gloria, hey, come on up to my room. Let me...
You what? Loan me your handkerchief?
I just want to talk to you for a minute, that's all.
Don't you get it? I do not ever want to go anywhere with you ever again.
Sounds to me like a pretty definitive statement. Why don't you leave her alone?
Listen to me. It's not over, okay? I will not let it be over.
I wonder what kind of guy insists on tormenting a woman who doesn't want to have anything to do with him.
Stay out of it. Gloria doesn't know what she wants.
Sounds like rapist's logic to me. You sure you want to be a member of that group, McIntyre?
Nobody we spoke to in Boston said anything about Janine being pregnant when Alec kissed her off and went to Yale.
She gave up a college scholarship. And, I don't know, after he dumped her, she kind of just disappeared. The birthdays, though, check out with Jamal's. I checked that out myself.
You mean Alec has no idea?
Not a clue. He never knew she was pregnant.
And he doesn't have to know. I mean, he could never know. We could forget all about this. The three of us could just forget this ever happened. I mean, all you have to do is you and Livia adopt Jamal and just keep Alec away from Jamal for good.
Crying out loud. I got a new guy working at the club today. I told him to beat me if there's any trouble. I got to get in touch with him. Can I use your phone?
Help yourself.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Well, the cat's out of the bag now.
I kind of made the decision for both of us.
Hi, Bob. It's Tom. What? Well, where is she? All right, I'm on my way. Thanks, Bob. Yeah, bye. Look, this is going to have to wait. Livia took a fall. She's in the hospital.
Oh, is she okay?
It's her back. It's not serious, but I got to get over there right away.
Well, call us if you need us.
I'll be in touch.
Okay. Bye. This is just great. More bad news.
I just hope Livia's all right.
Yes, so do I. Charlie, what are we going to do?
Nothing. It's up to Tom now.
You were the most beautiful maid of honor, and you gave a pretty good toast, I thought.
Did it work?
Did what work, Pipsqueak?
The forgiveness bit. Did it work on that guy you were batting your eyes at, that usher?
Beat it, brother.
Ooh. I guess I'll go dance with Anna.
I think I'm playing things just right with Terrence. I'm sure of it.
I'll tell you what, though. Julia's sweating you, man. What's the problem? Please. I don't even know, man. It's just... maybe she's a little too crazy about, oh, my heart's bleeding for you, man. That's not funny. Julia's changed, man. It's like, I mean, what I liked about her when I met her was the fact that she had attitude, you know?
Well, she's like what now, clean and fine?
No, it's just like the world's gonna fall apart if I'm away from her for 5 minutes. I mean, I like women who can stand up for themselves. That's what's so great about
So great about who?
Today's women, you know, women today, you know.
Is the defense ready to call its last witness?
Yeah, we're ready to roll here. The defense calls Kendall Hart to the stand.
Miss Hart, may I remind you that you are still under oath. Mr. Dillon, please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Miss Hart, if you don't mind, I'd like to review the events of the day of the stabbing. there's a few things that just don't add up here.
About no rock and roll band and the pigs in the blanket.
Oh, no, check it out. I told the guys in the monkey suits they could have the night off.
Who are they?
What? The guy with the Fender Strat? The one with the earring? Well, they're not the Stones, but after a few brews, you won't know the difference.
And then Miss Fry said, on December 14th, 1993, did you tell your mother that Dimitri Merrick had raped you? And then you said...
No, I never said that. I told Erica that I was scared because Anton and I had unprotected sex, and I was afraid I was pregnant.
Are those your words, Miss Hart?
Yes.
Were you close to your mother at that time?
No.
No. And you see, that's the nitty-gritty right there that's getting me confused here. I mean, why would your mother all of a sudden get involved with you again? Why would she rush you to the hospital? Why wouldn't she just give you a good doctor's name and tell you to handle it yourself? Miss Hart, are you sure you told the court everything you said to your mother that day?